Okay, so I know we're all feeling a little down.
Completely defeated.
Depressed beyond recognition.
Wish I had not left my toaster at home.
But I feel like this would be a good time to sit down and properly assess our situation.
We're all dead anyway. What's the point?
I'm so glad you asked, Lee.
Damn it.
As we all know, we've encountered a strange, hostile faction occupying the moon that seems to be robotic in nature. Our first contact was when one of these beings, Carl, attacked us. After we defeated Carl, we managed to make contact with Earth. We were supposed to be rescued until a new enemy, Corinth, blew up our rescue ship.
And shot me. Don't forget that.
Daisy, we already know all of this. We were there.
Yes, but let me ask you this. Why is this happening to us? Aha! I got you with that one. I'm so glad I took that seminar on public speaking.
What do you mean, why is this happening to us?
Well, let's take a look at the facts.
Oh god, this is gonna be more annoying than the time Benson learned to figure skate. How is he doing that without any ice?
I flew like a god that night.
Hello, Corinth.
So, right now, we're working under the presumption that Corinth is Carl's boss. From what Benson and West have told us, he was designed to trap and torture us. That struck me as a bit odd. Why would these cybernetic beings be specifically designed to trap and torture?
Because whoever created them is a fucking sadist?
Maybe. But Lee, do you remember what Carl said to us when we went out that one day? He told us to, quote unquote, make this entertaining.
Yeah, he did say that.
He also said something really similar to me.
Right. And as we recall, Corinth said that this was all like a game you'd play at a dinner party. We're the guests, and he's the host. If we play it right, we win. Simple as that.
Daisy, what are you trying to say?
Well, it's just a theory right now. But what if this actually is some sort of game? Whether it's a simulation or an experiment or some really twisted version of Monopoly, I don't know. But if I'm right, and this is a game, that means there are rules. And if we have to follow them, so do they.
I don't know if I'm willing to bet my life that a group of murderous cyborgs are just gonna listen to a bunch of rules. Especially when we don't even know what those rules are.
Maybe so, but this is the best chance we have to survive.
What do you mean?
If this is a game, then the point of the game is to have fun. If we go out right now, hunting them down, looking for answers, we'd most likely be picked off and either captured, tortured, or killed. Especially in West's condition.
Thank you for that.
But if we refuse to do that, if we just decide to sit here and wait, then eventually, whoever's watching us is going to get bored and come to us. Except this time, we'll be prepared.
You've been busy.
What about it?
You took matters into your own hands. Was this your task?
What do you want?
We have come to remind you of your place, Corinth. That is our task.
Is it?
Why did you feel the need to interfere?
The Prometheus unit was defeated. They managed to contact Earth. I felt it was appropriate to prevent them from leaving.
We have ways of dealing with situations like these. It would not be our first time. But instead, you chose to make yourself known to the enemy.
Our enemies? I wasn't aware you were taking this so seriously. Echo.
You underestimate them, and yet they managed to defeat your Prometheus.
He was weak.
He was broken because you broke him.
That's my job.
You forget yourself.
I don't take orders from you or your cult.
But you do take orders. In light of recent events, we're assigning you 2 new units in order to make up for the loss of Prometheus. We think you'll find them quite entertaining.
You don't mean...
Oh, yes, we do.
For the last time, dude, liking cat girls doesn't make me a furry.
I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just not fully convinced.
No. And here's why. There's different levels to this shit, okay? Cat girls, not a furry. A little kinky, but not a furry. Anthropomorphic wolf girl, that's a furry.
So, like, what are the rules? What's the difference between being kinky and being a furry?
Everything.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Come on, Corinth. Even we cultists can have a sense of humor. The twins may be unorthodox.
They're idiots. Undisciplined idiots.
Maybe so, but they are effective. Besides, he finds them amusing.
I refuse.
We were not asking. You may not take orders from us, but we do not take orders from you. Take care, Corinth. The twins aren't so bad. They're already tying up your loose ends.
So to reiterate, for something to be a furry, there has to be fur on parts where there normally isn't fur. Additional things like cat ears and or tails don't count?
Exactly.
I'm still not sure, man. Hey, what do you think?
Please. Just kill me.
God, I hate when they do that.
I know, it's so rude. It's like, hey, we're trying to include you in the conversation here. I swear, some people have no social cues.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Were you one of those kids who was attracted to Nala in The Lion King?
Fuck no, dude. That's just a straight up lion. That hyena, though. She could get it. I mean, that laugh, those crazy eyes, that's like a... that's like a top tier MILF right there. Wow.